Well, greetings, YouTubers. How's it going? Hopefully everything's going pretty good for you. If not, just hang in there. Hopefully it'll get a little bit better. Today, well, I kind of dread this, but I've done it before in the past, and I'm getting kind of used to it. Got to replace a couple lower ball joints. I don't know what it is, but every vehicle I get, people don't take care of their vehicles. They just drive them until they fall apart. I just found out today my two lower ball joints, they're bad, but they're not real bad. There is a little bit of play in them, so I went out and picked up a couple today for $20 at the local parts store. We're going to stick these in, and also I have got a tool that I'll need, a ball joint presser kit that you can rent at most auto parts stores. And there it is. It's kind of sitting in the back of the vehicle, about $130, and you take this back and you get your money back. Got to have one of these to press the ball joint, and there's a lot of tutorials online. I even have one on how to do this on this Explorer. I'm going to try to do both of these ball joints in about 2 hours total. So I feel I can probably do this side in about an hour and this side in about an hour, and I'll have uppers and lowers done on this. The vehicle runs great. I just don't want to sell it knowing that the lower ball joints are bad. That's just me. But other than that, I'm going to try to get this done before the rain sets in. I don't know. The rain's pretty close. We're going to have some thunderstorms here in about an hour. Hopefully it goes around, but I don't know. It's going to be a close call. But other than that, I'm going to go ahead and get to it. I'm not going to show you every step. There is not a whole lot to do here. We just got to take the tires off and unhook the upper and lower ball joint bolts and pop the big axle out. And other than that, I'll come back here and I'll show you some quick tips on how to do this. Alright guys, 20 minutes later, I've got this whole assembly off. I got the hub and everything. It was fairly easy to do. Now the thing that gets people into trouble is this big nut on the axle. I'm using a impact wrench. You can use a breaker bar. This is a 30mm socket that will take that nut off right here. And on the top, you have a ball joint, upper ball joint bolt nut. This is an 18mm, and you can see that's been replaced not long ago. Then you got your tie rod in, which takes a 1-inch socket or whatever you want to use on it. Let's see what that was there. Actually, I apologize. It was a 7/8 on that. Then on the very bottom, when you have your big nut on the lower ball joint right there, this nut here, and that nut is a 1-inch. And I just use a little pipe wrench to help break it off. And the thing that really helps you guys out, if you have one, get a sledgehammer. You don't have to have a big one, just a fairly, big hammer. Hit the top of that ball joint on the side here a little bit on the knuckle. Be careful, it's aluminum. You don't want to bust it. And same thing on the bottom. Just hit it down here a couple of times. And usually it'll just pop right out. And when you get it off, check your wheel bearing. Make sure it's okay. And this one seems to be in pretty good shape. All I have to do is take this ring off. I'm going to take my little grinding tool and kind of grind this off a little bit, because I'm going to take a big sledgehammer and hit this a couple times, and this will get it going. I see a lot of guys just start hitting on this, and the top of this flattens out, and it gets hung up here, so don't do that. Get your little grinder and just kind of sharpen this, get the edges off of this a little bit after you take this keeper off, and it should pop off. I have to stop right now because, yeah, it's getting dark and it's thundering, so that's Mother Nature for you. So I'll be back here in a little bit, and we'll go ahead and press this out after the storm passes by. Alright, after the monsoon, the sun's back out finally. Boy, that was a pretty good rain. Now what I've done is gone ahead, taken off the clip here. Just get you some pliers, needle nose, pop it off. Get your grinder. Kind of grind the top of this off, and I have just a typical grinder you can get for $20. And I have my hammer here, sledgehammer, and this here will help you out a lot. So what we're going to do, we're going to hit this a couple times. Now the bottom of this is already setting on the bottom of this jack, so it's got a good foundation to work with. So I'm going to hit this a couple times. There you go. Look at that. Almost pushed it right out. So you know what? We'll just take this small hammer, see if we can knock it all the way out. How about that? We don't have to worry about pushing it out. Now what we got to do is push the other one in. And that's one way you can get these out without, putting a tool in there and trying to force it out. Just basically hit it, and you can see how I kind of ground the top of it there off so it doesn't get hung up in there when you hit it. So all we got to do now is go ahead and stick the new one on here and put it back together. So let me go ahead and get the tool set up and we'll put the new ball joint in. Okay, so we got our ball joint pretty much pressed in. I'll show you the setup here in a second, and you'll know when it's up or as far as it'll go. And there it is. Now I'll go ahead and take this off here and I'll show you how I set this up. Now when you get these kits, a lot of times you have to play around with these adapters and try to figure out what works for you. Now for this ball joint, I pushed off this protective cover for the grease, took the nut off, and I'll show you why. Because it made it easier for me to actually get this one there this way. And there's the setup. There's the new ball joint. This one on top, this ball joint would slide up into that. And this piece went on the bottom. And you can see right there, part of the, my finger, there it is. Part of the nut bolt sticks through that, so you gotta be careful. And the rest of the bolt goes down through there. So that allows you to push this upward. So it's all in. That's all there is to it. So all I got to do now is put it back together and do the other side. Now I did mention earlier you do have to take the brake caliper off. 2 little 10mm bolts right there, and you got to take this guy here off, this brace. And these are 18mm like this. Very simple to take off. I forgot to show you guys that earlier, but the new ball joint's in, so all I can do is put my grease fitting in, put my clip on, which is in my little baggie here, and put all this back together. So it wasn't too bad, so I timed myself. It did take me an hour to do this, but like I said, you can't do it unless you have a ball joint kit installer, and you can buy these on eBay. You can buy the biggest ones for about 150 bucks, and you get a lot more parts here than what I have here. This is the smaller one. This is all they had, so I had to make this work. So like I said, you just got to play around with what works for you, and don't forget to put your boot back on. I think you can see that. That goes back up on them like that, and I am pretty well good to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick all this back together. And when I do the other side, I'll give you a quick look at it. And that's really all there is to putting in these ball joints on these Explorers. Not too bad of a job. So I'll be back here in a little bit and we'll finish up. Alright kids, it's all back together. And I just wanted to go ahead and wrap the video up now. It's pointless for me to show you the other side. If you know how to do this side, you know you can do the other side. I just want to keep the video kind of short. Show you everything. There's the new bolt, the nut, Carter key, all in. Got my fitting on the top there for the grease. Already got the ball joint greased up. Everything's back together, pretty straightforward. No problems. You have to wrestle around a little bit getting the axle back in, but once you get it in, I always put some grease in there just to make it slide through the hub easier. And go ahead and tighten up your nut and put your wheel back on, and you're good to go. And just double check everything, check all your fittings and bolts, and make sure everything's just like they should be. And also while you're under there, look at your brakes, make sure they're okay. These are brand new. I have brand new rotors on the front of this vehicle, and it runs really good now. So that's it. I just wanted to go ahead and show you guys that you can do these lower ball joints. The trick is, once you get everything off, take a hammer and just smack that ball joint a couple times, break it loose, and go out and rent one of these tool kits. And you can get it back in. It'll save you about $300 or $400 per side, because these are not cheap to put in by a dealer or a mechanic. And I'm not giving other mechanics a hard time, but a lot of us can't afford to take our vehicles to other shops and have stuff done. So just want to show you, you can do a lot of this yourself and save big money and time and get your vehicle back in one day. All right, so that's it guys. Thanks for watching. I'll go ahead and do the other side. And hey, the sun's still shining. Maybe I'll finish this up today. So till next time, stay cool.